Today, let's dive into the world of physics and unpack the concept of work. No, not the kind you do on your homework. We're talking about the scientific version, where forces and distances come into play. So, what is work? Well, it's not about pushing papers or lifting weights at the gym. In physics, work happens when a force is applied to an object, and that object moves in the direction of the force. Picture this: you're pushing a box across the room. If the box moves and you're applying a force, you're doing work. In physics, work is the transfer of energy when something gets moved by a force. Now, here's a cool thing about work. It's not just about how hard you push. It's also about how far the object moves. Work is calculated by multiplying the force you apply by the distance the object travels in the direction of the force. The formula is simple: work W equals force F multiplied by distance D. So the harder you push and the farther the object moves, the more work you're doing. But here's a little twist. If you're pushing the box, but it doesn't move, no work is done. Let me illustrate with two examples. Imagine pushing against a solid brick wall. You're exerting force, but the wall doesn't move. Since there's no movement in the direction of your force, no work is done. It's like trying to push a mountain, lots of effort, but zero work. Let's say you're exerting a force of 20 newtons and the box moves 5 meters in the direction of force. Plug in the values. W equal 20 newtons times 5 meter. Doing the math gives us 100 joules. So, when you push that box, you're doing 100 joules of work. Joules are the standard unit of work in the International System of Units. And speaking of units, 1 joule is equivalent to 1 newton meter. So, when you exert a force of 20 newtons and move the box 5 meters, you've transferred 100 joules of energy to the box. There are many concepts to cover, and these will be discussed in other videos.